Hello and welcome to Electric Football, the 2019 Super Bowl edition. Steve Brown, Stu Pace, we're here with the answers, baby.
Nice opening, baby. Nice opening.
Thanks, man. Thanks.
You're too old. You're too old. Sorry, I did a little Julian Edelman there. So Stu's looking good, and I'm looking homeless. Let's go. Stu, what about the playoffs games? What'd you think?
Well, they didn't turn out exactly as I expected. I did expect the Patriots to win and the Chiefs to lose. We didn't do any playoff shows because, quite frankly, who cares anymore about playoffs? Playoffs?
Personal difficulties.
I did expect the Saints to win, and barring that play, they might have had a chance to do so. But you can't fault the Rams either. When you look at the statistics and you look at the way they played, there's missed calls on every play. Never as blatant as that, but there's missed calls all the time. So we can whine and complain. If you're a fan of that particular team, my daughter lives in Mississippi. So the people going absolutely out of their minds. They've started Facebook groups about it. It's just really, and people are suing now. They're suing the NFL over a missed call. First world problems that we're having here. But it played out as I expected in the AFC. 94 plays. They ran 94 plays. The Patriots did.
Wow.
94. 524 yards total yards, but 176 rushing. This is Belichick at his best, man. He finds the weakness, changes the game plan, man. He's just incredible. What were your thoughts?
James White and Rex Burkhead came up, and Michelle came up huge in that game.
He had
and
131.
You don't think of these guys as stars. I don't know who had a better game, Julian Edelman or Tony Romo, because that was some amazing broadcasting.
No, we didn't have the sound on, so I did not get to hear
Oh, my God. He was calling the plays. He was like, I think what he's going to do is slide the tackle to the left. He's going to hit Edelman over the middle, and they would do exactly that. It was really impressive. I think the NFL got the exact matchups they wanted for the championship games. I think it was set up perfectly, and as only the NFL can do recently, they effed them both up.
It's true.
The call on
two great games.
Call on Brady was pathetic.
Absolutely pathetic.
Roughing the passer. I don't know. You've heard me do this before, but you're engaged with a blocker and you're reaching for the quarterback. I don't know how you can decide, let me get him here or there, but he didn't hit him in the head.
Besides the holding on the guy that was trying to reach to grab Brady.
Hogan, was it a catch? Was it a not catch? I'm so tired of those.
The punt, did it touch his fingernail?
He already talked about Roby Coleman, and that was a hell of a missed penalty. I mean, I texted Stu the second I saw it. I'm like, the Saints just got completely and utterly screwed on that play. There's nothing you can do about it. People are like, oh, can the commissioner step in? He's not changing who's playing the Super Bowl.
We're going to replay the last minute 29, I've decided.
I mean, what can you say? But the NFL got the exact games they wanted, and we've walked away from those games just complaining about the overtime rule. The Chiefs never got to touch the ball. The Falcons never got to touch the ball. Would the Patriots' legacy be vastly different if we had an overtime where both teams got the ball at least once?
Yeah, you could argue that either way.
Sean Payton got bailed out, too, because he threw on first down, and you're like, what are you doing? I mean, it's not hard. You're winning late in a game. You need to burn their timeouts.
Yeah, but they weren't running. Kamara and Ingram had no yards.
Yeah, but he
46 yards.
You didn't need to get yards on that play. You just needed to burn their timeouts. Take the clock down. And as we saw, you need to run the clock down nowadays in the NFL. You need to run the clock down to about 2 seconds. Because the Chiefs went down the field and kicked a field goal in about 20.
I know.
It's unbelievable. But this is the matchup we have. I would have loved for it to have been that little Drew Brees against that evil Tom Brady. That was my dream matchup. I think this is a solid matchup, but I think there's a clear-cut winner in this one, and I think it's the Patriots. I'm taking Patriots 31, Rams about 24. My feeling on this game is really simple. It comes down to one matchup. The Patriots' offensive line against the Rams' defensive line. If the Patriots can keep Fowler and Sue and Donald and Brockers off of Brady, or at least give him a clean pocket, especially the center, what's his name, Andrews and Shaq Mason, if they can keep the middle, held down, and Brady can step into his throws, he's going to win this game. Interesting little fact, there will be a record broken. If the Rams win, the youngest head coach ever will win the Super Bowl, and if the Patriots win, the oldest head coach ever will win.
Oldest head coach?
Yes.
Really?
I know, that surprised me.
That's interesting.
I thought that was kind of cool. So I think that's the crucial matchup. If the unheralded Patriots offensive line can hold up against a very, very good, I mean, Fowler basically won the game for him with that hit on Breeze.
Mm-hmm.
If the Pats can hold that line, and I give Belichick all the credit in the world. He's got 2 weeks to figure out how to block those 4 guys. If they do that, I think they win. I also think that they're going to throw it a hell of a lot against the Rams' sort of weak secondary.
Well, and here's the thing. The Rams held Kamara and Ingram to 46 yards, and that's going to be the key. If the Patriots can hold the Rams from running, which the Rams didn't run very well against the Saints.
Todd Gurley certainly did.
So the evil genius, he knows how to take you out of the game. Goff is a third-year quarterback going up against the greatest offensive mind in the history of the game. And the Patriots execute on every play. Their guys are always where the ball is going to be, not where it's going to be. There's 3 of them around there. They don't miss gaps. They don't miss assignments. They are just a machine that you can't beat. And the Rams would literally have to play the most perfect game in the world to win this game.
Yeah, I mean, we could go back and I probably picked the Patriots last year against the Eagles too.
I did.
But when you look at the matchups, you've got McVay, who's a good coach, against Belichick, who might be the greatest coach of all time. You've got Goff, who's a third-year quarterback who had 1 bad year and has now started to come around. He's throwing to Cooks, Woods, Higbee. They don't match up to the Edelmans and the Gronkowskis of the world. The narrative was Gronkowski's done, Brady's not what he was, blah blah blah. Certainly was in the playoffs. I mean, they did everything right.
Everything right.
If I'm the Rams, I tried desperately to tire out the Patriots defense because they had no gas left at the end of that game. In the fourth quarter, the Chiefs were just owning them. And if it's tight and the Rams have the ball late, I would not be comfortable as a Pats fan. But I do think the Pats win this one, and I think they win it by a touchdown.
And here's another thing. I think that McVay has to not do what the other coaches in the past against New England has done, which is try to be smarter than Bill
Screw
Belichick.
themselves over.
Run your game. Don't try to figure out if this is where I would typically run, so I'm going to throw here. Belichick's already on that, man. Play your game. Give the ball at the 1 to Marshawn Lynch.
Or in this case, Todd Gurley.
No, I'm just saying.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I'm going back. Atlanta, what are you throwing the ball? You were running all day against the Patriots, and you decided to throw the ball.
And you needed to run the clock.
You fucking idiots. Play the game you played to get there. You were 13-3 in the regular season, Rams. You have every right to be here.
Oh, yeah. If you look at it over the length of the season, the Rams overall look like the better team. That's why the narrative, the Patriots are done, was out there.
Yeah.
But electric football is picking
the Patriots. What you think, 7-point game?
I think 7-point game.
I'm going 35-14 Patriots.
Oh, you're making it easy.
I think it's easy.
Okay.
That's what it is.
There it is, electric football.
So that's us for the year.
We'd like to thank everybody, MP, whoever else.
Andrew Warren, Dolphin316, who was invisible the last time, but I think you said you weren't going to be around.
Half Moon Picks.
We'll give you that. Geo knows.
Xander, my man Xander. I even fixed your computer for you.
Joni, thanks for watching the show.
Anybody that comments, we love you.
Thank you very much. Cosmos Club, you've been a treat. Bye-bye.